Hey, good evening, USA, International, Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. This is your man, G Money Stats, aka the Gregonator, YouTuber, host with the most misunderstood lonely nomad, the man who holds the back doors of the Q5 and N24 buses, and unstoppable independent podcaster, and of course, Queens, New York native of Laurelton, Queens, New York. And you're rocking and hanging out with me on the 307th episode of Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York Avenue podcast. And we got a jam-packed show for you today with topics. And I have a Thanksgiving parade announcement to talk about in a couple of minutes. So stay tuned for that one right there. As far as the balloons, I will discuss this instead of the next episode. So stick around for that one right there. One moment. We're live and direct from StreamYard alongside with YouTube, and aside myself is the Instagram live feed of the podcast show page. Make sure you turn your notifications so you can be reminded on when I'll be on the air via live stream, recording podcast episodes. Yes. Sorry about that. The noisy planes and stuff. But what I was gonna say. Yes, if you are new to the channel and you miss any episodes whatsoever, don't worry, I got your back. Yes, all you need to do is grab the subscribe button for me on the YouTube channel page, G Money Stacks 555, for more live episodes and more video content, including new and previous episodes already uploaded and posted to the YouTube channel page. So make sure you do some catching up in case you missed any of these episodes. All right. And leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and topics being discussed. Be sure to listen, stream, and watch these episodes, and be sure to download the episodes and also add the podcast along with your favorite podcast episodes to your playlist. So that way, actually, better yet, add the podcast to your playlist, whether you have Spotify for podcasters, Snipped, um, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podfriend, whether you have Odyssey, Audible, Deezer, Castbox FM, alongside with Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and alongside with YouTube right here. So you can add the podcast to your playlist wherever you get your podcast. All right. So without further ado, let's see. Let's see. All right. What do you say we start off with the New York Mass Transit Files? Now, before I begin, I hope y'all had a chance to do a little Thanksgiving shopping for some turkey and everything else in between. And I should tell you, if you are flying, you should leave early in the morning. The same way it goes with driving. You should leave early in the morning instead of worrying about traffic and stuff. All right. So there you have it right there. I wanted to get that out the way. And yes, I will be discussing a Thanksgiving parade announcement in a couple of minutes. So stay tuned for that. But for now, let's get into the New York Mass Transit Files. Before I begin the transit topics of the MTA New York City Transit, I would like to remind folks, if you like to support this podcast and other podcast shows that I do, you're more than welcome to make a donation to either my Cash App or my PayPal. So the Cash App is $ G Money Stacks 555, and my PayPal is G Money Stacks in Queens, New York. Remember, if you when you donate any amount of money, the amount of money goes to me. It's not going to YouTube, okay? So, I just wanted to get that out the way. So these are your two options. Um, whatever choice you choose, and whatever amount of money you choose and desire, whether it's $1, whether it's $5 and or $10, whatever amount will be appreciated. So there you have it right there. All right, so let's get into let's get into the transit topics though, man, shall we? All right. Let's get into it right here. One moment. One moment. Here's what's happening. According to AMNY.com. The MTA has hired high powered litigator Roberta Kaplan to defend its forthcoming congestion pricing program in federal court as New Jersey pursues legal action to derail it. Kaplan, a founding partner at Kaplan Hacker and Fink LLP, is a prominent civil rights litigator noted for successfully representing Eddie Windsor in her legal push to legalize same-sex marriage in the United States, and Jean Carroll in her sexual abuse and defamation suit against Donald Trump. Oh gosh, no. She also successfully held a lawsuit against a cadre of white supremacists who organized the deadly 2017 Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia. Um, damn. Okay, that sounds very terrible right here. I will say. Um, you know, nobody is condoning any of this, man, and I sure don't. I sure don't. All right. Um, I'm very excited that Roberta Kaplan, who is a major civil rights litigator, has joined the MTA team resisting the New Jersey lawsuit. MTA chair and CEO Jenna Lieber told reporters following the agency's monthly board meeting on Wednesday, because from my standpoint, that is a civil rights issue. The hiring was first reported Tuesday by the Daily News. Kaplan declined a request for comment from AM New York Metro through a spokesperson for her firm. The MTA is eyeing a a spring 2024 start date for its congestion pricing program, which will charge an as yet undetermined toll on motorists entering Manhattan south of 60th Street. In a bid to reduce traffic and carbon emissions and generate money to invest in the MTA's aging infrastructure, the transit agency's contractor has already started installing toll gantries at ports of entry to the central business district, and an internal MTA panel is set to make final recommendations for tolling rates and rules in the coming months. But looming over the process is the federal lawsuit filed by the Garden State in July, accusing the Federal Department of Transportation of conducting a rush, shoddy environmental review of the impacts of the program. The MTA has stood by its 4,000-page environmental assessment, which Lever has said studied every intersection from here to Philadelphia for potential adverse impacts. The MTA was not named by New Jersey as a defendant in the suit, but chose to join due to a vested interest in defending the merits of congestion pricing in court. New Jersey is being represented in its effort by another high-powered litigator, Randy Mastro, who previously defended Chris Christie during the Bridgegate scandal at a $650 per hour fee to Garden State taxpayers. The MTA did not disclose the fees it is paying for Kaplan when asked. Congestion pricing approved by New York New York lawmakers in 2019 is expected to generate about $1 billion per year in revenue against the MTA plans to raise $15 billion through um, bond issuance or insurance to fund major capital work. Okay, the money would go toward projects like expanding the Second Avenue subway, making the subway system accessible for people with disabilities, modernizing decades old train signals, and keeping the system in a state of good repair. Oops. Um, yeah, good repair. Let me see. 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 Where did I leave off? Good. The program is currently on track to start in the spring. On Wednesday, Lieber said it must run for at least a year before the agency could start issuing bonds against the revenue. Any delay, as high stakes litigation often brings, could lead to painful delays on infrastructure projects, Lieber said. Any delays have the potential for delaying projects, and we're far enough along in the capital program that we have to start making contingency plans, Lieber said. If congestion pricing is delayed, there are potential consequences. A spokesperson for New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy did not return a request for comment by press time. Despite Kaplan's pedigree, her career has not been without controversy. In 2018, Kaplan became one of the co founders of the Time's Up Legal Defense Fund, which provides legal support to people who are subject to sexual harassment in their workplace and seek to hold their abusers accountable. But Kaplan was forced out of the group in 2021 after it was revealed she was consulted in a campaign to discredit women accusing former Governor Andrew Cuomo of sexual harassment. Cuomo would ultimately resign his post as governor, with the fallout claiming the careers of several other high profile people in the advocacy world, like fellow Time's Up co founder Tina Teachin and Human Rights Campaign President Alfonso David. Next, we have um next we have um why the MTA is far behind on accessibility. Um so New York City's subway system is far less accessible for people with disabilities than other American and global cities, according to a new report from public advocate J- Jamani Williams. Just 29% of New York City subway and Staten Island railway stations are accessible via elevators, according to the report released by the public advocate on Wednesday. The MTA has significantly picked up the pace of accessibility work at subway stations in recent years, but New York remains a laggard compared to many of its peer cities in the United States and around the world. Um, all metro stations in Washington, D.C. and the San Francisco Bay Area, for instance, are accessible, while 70% of Chicago's rail stations are ADA compliant. Even Boston, whose subway is older than New York's, is wiping the floor with the Big Apple. 98% of Beantown, Beantown's underground subway stations are accessible, according to the report, though its ground level trolley system is lagging behind. The city's transportation system, the file, no, excuse me, the report finds, is falling far behind other major cities, both on timeline and on technology needed to be truly fully accessible. Williams said Wednesday. Accessibility is not a privilege, it needs to be a priority. Similarly to Boston's MBTA, the MTA last year settled lawsuits from disability advocates and, in doing so, agreed to make 95% of its subway stations accessible. The problem for disabled riders, though, is the MTA has all the way until 2055 to do so. At that point, the landmark Americans with Disabilities Act will be 65 years old. When we can't get around like everyone else, it's a problem not just for us, but for everyone, says Sasha Blair Goldenson. Co-founder of Rise and Resist's Elevator Action Group and a wheelchair user. New York does have some unique baked-in constraints bogging down the pace of accessibility. For one, New York has by far the biggest transit system of any city in North America. With more subway stations than Boston, San Francisco, Chicago, and Washington combined. It's also one of the only major cities with a 24/7 transit system. So, where other cities can conduct intensive capital work overnight and on weekends, the MTA can only do so at the cost of a great disruption to its customers. Um, Even the MTA's existing elevators are not always in service. Hmm. Most months, elevators operated in-house by MTA New York City Transit are reliable at least 90% of the time, but the numbers are considerably worse for lifts operated by private contractors, and at any given time, nearly 10% of the system's elevators are out of service. Wow. I mean, wow. All right, all right, let's continue here. So the MTA's current 2020 to 24 5-year capital plan invests a record $5 billion in accessibility improvements such as elevators and escalators. The pace of upgrades has picked up considerably in recent years. The agency hopes to accelerate the work further in the next 5-year plan with an infusion of new money from its congestion pricing program. Hmm. Yes. Hold on one second. While elevators can determine if disabled riders can use a station or not, plenty of other things can improve the transit experience for them. Something the MTA's chief accessibility officer, Q Mel Arroyo says he knows all too well. The MTA has fully embraced my definition of accessibility, which is far greater than an elevator or a ramp, said Arroyo, who has used a wheelchair since suffering a spinal cord injury while mountain climbing in 2007. In an interview, I don't think that this report that we saw today is in disagreement with anything I'm doing. The MTA has recently retrofitted 1,000 buses to become accessible for parents with strollers, Arroyo noted, and its brand new R211 trains feature wider doors, folding up seating, and more information on LED screens than older car models. The agency is starting to install wide out turnstiles so wheelchair users don't have to use emergency exit gates, and continues to implement tactile warning strips to assist blind and vision impaired riders. That is my definition of accessibility. Providing all of our customers the tools that they need to be successful, said Arroyo. We're doing that now. We're not just reimagining, redefining. We're actually doing the work right now. Still commuting with any disability can be a harrowing experience even when one can actually make it to the platform. Williams report notes. Blind riders cannot read the typical subway map, for instance, and deaf riders cannot hear announcements in stations and on trains. For those, the report recommends installing braille or tactile maps and providing closed captioning for announcements on screens where possible. Bra- Braille subway maps have only been installed at a few stations, including near the Flatiron District's Braille Library. In 2019 and 2020, the MTA used the J Street Metrotech station as an accessible station lab to test out new physical features before potentially deploying them throughout the system. The features are still in place there, and the lab continues to be a live environment, Arroyo noted. Okay, let's see. All right, what else? Yes, so here it is. Um, all right, the MTA has recorded its billionth rider on the subway for 2023, the second year in a row. The system has surpassed 10-digit ridership in the post-COVID era. New Jersey resident Brian Jones was the lucky billionth rider, using Omni to tap into the A train station at 171st Street in Washington Heights on his way to work. After arriving by bus at the George Washington Bridge bus terminal, um, didn't wake up knowing I'd be the 1 billionth customer, said Jones. But life is full of surprises, and this is one of them. For his achievement, Jones was rewarded with a 100 Omni gift card, an Omni branded T-shirt, and a Subway map themed glasses cleaner. The mouse, yeah, 100. Wow, $100 Omni gift card. Wow. Um, yes. The milestone came 6 weeks earlier than it did last year, demonstrating the continued post-COVID influx of riders back to the system. Um, it's a milestone um that we reached in late December last year, said MTA New York City NYC Transit President Rich Davey, almost 6 weeks earlier today because customers are coming back. MTA ridership declined massively at the onset of the COVID-19 slamdemic in 2020 as New Yorkers were instructed to stay home if possible, but while ridership, has increased since then. It's still well below pre-slamdemic norms as more and more people permanently settle into working from home or hybrid working. An average of 5.5 million people rode the subway each day in 2019, a number that has not been seen again since the slamdemic started. Though the system has regularly surpassed 4 million day riders this year. Daily ridership on the subway is typically about 70% of what it was on a comparable pre-slamdemic day, according to MTA ridership data. Ridership is closer to pre-slamdemic levels at off-peak hours, like at night, midday, and on weekends, and is adjusting service accordingly. Um. Okay. Um. y- So The MTA also insists the real number of riders is actually much higher due to an increasing number of people skipping the fare and are still holding out hope that the subway can return to its previous splendor. We're looking forward to 2024 and new ridership records that we hope to break, said Shanifa Riera, the MTA's chief customer officer, and we really hope to get back to 5 million riders each day. Okay. All right. What do you say? Hang on a second here. Okay. What do you say we go to the next segment right here, which is um hang on a second here. Let me just set this up right here. As far as the next topic involving Jonathan Majors, all right? So that's the first topic in our chatting all the jazz segment. Um it's crazy and how his movie career is on the line. And we'll get into it. We'll get into it though, man. That's something we have to talk about here, man. So let's get into it right here, right now. Chatting on the jazz. All right. So Jonathan Majors is not out of the neck of the woods of hot water. And what I'm talking, and this is from thecut.com. So here's what's happening here. Following multiple delays and one conspicuous act of playing peacemaker outside of a Los Angeles high school. Okay. Jonathan Major's domestic violence trial is now set to take place on November 29th. The actor appeared virtually wearing a white shirt at an October 25th hearing. Hang on. Yes, October 25th hearing where a judge denied the defense's motion to dismiss the case. Given the high profile nature of the case, Judge Michael Gaffey said he would make a decision on a request from Major's team that certain contentious evidence be barred from public public viewing before the trial. When Gaffey reminded the actor to abide by a protection order against his accuser, he responded, "No problem, sir." Um, Majors was charged in March with assaulting a woman in what police describe um as a domet- allegedly domestic dispute. Since then, his defense team has accused prosecutors of withholding evidence that would clear Majors of wrongdoing. Damn, son. Damn. Damn. Oh boy. Poor guy. Okay. Um. All right. Let's continue here. So Dave also launched an aggressive attack on his accuser, whom it identified as Grace Jabari. In late June, Majors filed his own cross complaint accusing Jabari of assault. Hmm. Um. Yeah. Prosecutors refute these claims and have said they would not prosecute Jabari if she were arrested, which she was on October 25th, having turned herself into police hours after the hearing. While Major's lawyers, Priya um, Chad 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 has claimed there are multiple eyewitnesses ready to testify on Major's behalf. Variety previously reported that multiple accusers were cooperating with the district's case. The domestic violence allegations have affected the actor's upcoming projects. Here, everything we know about the case. So, why was Majors arrested? For those of you who may not know what happened, um, police responded to a 911 call involving Majors in Manhattan on March 25th. TMZ broke the story and citing law enforcement sources reported that Majors and his girlfriend had been fighting in a cab about text messages from another woman. The woman told officers who arrived at the scene that she had been assaulted, according to the NYPD statement, and she was taken to the hospital with minor head and neck injuries. The initial criminal complaint said Majors had put his hand on the woman's neck, causing bruising, and substantial pain, and had hit her in the face, leaving a laceration behind her ear. A revised complaint the Manhattan District Attorney's Office filed later tells the same story from Jabari's perspective. She says Majors grabbed her right arm, placed it behind her body, and then twisted her right forearm rather, and middle finger. She also alleges that he hit her, causing substantial pain and a laceration behind my right ear. Finally, she says Major pushed her back into a car using both of his hands, causing me to fall backwards. Majors was initially arrested on charges that included strangulation and was released later that day with an order of protection. The strangulation charge has since been dropped, and he now faces charges of misdemeanor assault, aggravated harassment, attempted assault, and harassment. A judge also granted Jabari a full temporary order of protection in April. The order, which forbids Majors from having any contact with her, was given per the people's request and with the consent of defense counsel. The DA's office said in a statement. Major's lawyer Priya Chaudhry said the protection order is standard in cases such as this, and we consented because Mr. Majors wants nothing to do with the woman who assaulted him. How has Majors responded? Majors legal team has launched a high profile defense claiming the actor is a victim of racism and domestic violence and accusing prosecutors of withholding evidence. In the immediate aftermath of the arrest, Chari um called her client entirely innocent. Unfortunately, this incident came about because this woman was having an emotional crisis for which she was taken to a hospital yesterday. She said in a statement, the NYPD is required to make an arrest in these situations. And this is the only reason Mr. Majors was arrested. Char- Chaudhry claimed Majors had called 911 out of concern for Jabari and says she planned to submit exonerating evidence to the DA's office, including video footage from the vehicle, witness testimony from the driver and others who saw both um who both saw, and heard the episode, and most importantly, two written statements from the woman recanting these allegations. It appears some of the footage was released to Insider, but the two written statements have not surfaced. Chaudhry um, did release a series of unverified text messages from the woman on March 30th. They said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight. One message read, "We will We'll make sure nothing happens about this." I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. I only just got out of the hospital. Just call me when you are out. I love you. Well, another purported text reads, they do not have my blessing on any charges being placed. I read the paper they gave me about strangulation and I said point blank, this did not occur and should be removed immediately. She goes on to assure Majors that I'm doing all I can on my end. I also said to tell the judge to know that the origin of the call was to do with me collapsing and passing out and your worry as my partner due to our communication prior. Major's legal team further expanded on his defense in court filings, according to documents reviewed by the cut. The actor's driver planned to testify that Jabari had assaulted Majors while she was attempting to steal his phone. Chaudhry claimed Majors then ran out of the car and sent the woman a breakup text from a hotel where he spent the night. Major's lawyers went on to say that the actor did not cause swelling, bruising, and substantial pain to the woman's finger. Chaudhry pointed as evidence to security camera footage of Jabari clubbing after Majors had left her, minutely detailing all the activities that footage purportedly shows she was capable of tucking hair behind her right ear. Pointing with her index finger, moving a line aside to take a shot. and dancing with her hand in a ball with all her fingers folded in all without any visible signs of discomfort or any swelling or bruising whatsoever. Um, the lawyer later claimed she has sent the DA's office the opinion of a forensic medical specialist who says the woman's injuries did not come from Mr. Majors and could not have come from the way the woman described. Um, Chaudhry claimed Jabari later showed up at Major's apartment, called him 32 times. Damn. Accused him of infidelity via text and threatened suicide. Those purported texts were not included in court filings. Majors came home later that morning and called 911. Court filings allege after discovering Jabari had taken a bunch of sleeping pills and was in his locked bedroom, unconscious on the floor of a closet with a cut behind her ear and a broken finger. In an April 18th letter in the case, Chaudhry claimed Jabari injured herself. Chaudhry also claimed that body camera footage will show a police officer had coached Jabari to say that Mr. Majors grabbed her by the throat by touching his own neck several times when questioning her. The defense lawyer accused officers of being more sympathetic to a petty white woman than to Majors, who is a tall, strong, young, very famous black man. Oh boy. Um, other evidence from the defense includes security camera footage, which was obtained by Insider, that shows Jabari standing on a sidewalk in the aftermath of the alleged incident. She appears to be sobbing as three strangers comfort her and try to help her find a ride home. Jabari is shown using her right hand to put her hair in a bun and hold a cell phone, which the defense claims is further proof that she was uninjured. Toward the end of the 5 minutes of surveillance footage, Majors walks by, ignoring Jabari. While much of the conversation in the surveillance video is inaudible, Charwi alleged in a motion to dismiss the case filed on September 12th that Miss Jabari was not only completely unharmed, but was describing what had just happened by repeatedly insisting that Mr. Majors had texts from another woman on his phone and making no reference to suffering physical violence of any sort. Chardway pointed to this footage to allege the DA's office buried evidence proving that his white accuser is lying. Yeah. Insider also obtained selfies that Majors purportedly took on the night of the incident that show a small scratch on his chin and scratch marks on his arm. How has the DA's office responded? Prosecutors released a robust to Major's team, a 115-page filing on October 20th. They refuted Chardway's claims that the DA's office withheld evidence, saying they turned over a substantial amount of discovery, including NYPD memo books, DD5s, phone records, medical records, signed search warrants, and other evidence. Um, In the filing, prosecutors accused Major's defense of misrepresenting evidence to the media by falsely claiming that a bystander had called 911 and by saying that Jabari appeared completely unharmed in a video recorded after the incident. The surveillance video referred to by the defense actually shows Miss Jabari visibly upset, crying, and seeking help from strangers to get an Uber cab home. The filing reads. The filing provided new details about what happened the night of Major's arrest. The incident allegedly began when Jabari saw a text message on the actor's phone that said, wish I was kissing you right now, as they were taking a private car from a Brooklyn party to his Chelsea apartment. When she took the phone from Major's hands to see who had sent the text, he began grabbing the right side of Miss Jabari's body and prying Miss Jabari's right middle finger off the phone, causing bruising, swelling, and substantial pain, according to the filing. As stated, the initial complaint, the actor also twisted Jabari's right arm before striking her ear. The filing claims Majors grabbed his phone and left the car. When Jabari tried to follow him, the actor grabbed her phone, picked her up, and threw her back inside, according to the filing. As a result, prosecutors say she had a fractured finger, bruising about her body, a laceration behind her ear, and a bump on her head. The filing also revealed that prosecutors had obtained a report from the London Metropolitan Police, as well as medical records involving a previously unreported incident that they say is relevant to the domestic violence case. The filing did not contain further details. Okay, so Majors reportedly filed a complaint against Jabari at an NYPD precinct in Chinatown one day after he appeared in court for a June procedural hearing. Insider reported that two precincts found probable cause to arrest the woman, though no arrest was made until October 25th. Um, when Jabari presented herself at the department's 10th precinct. Um, hang on. The police report Major's file reportedly says he pulled away from Jabari, who grabbed his coat and phone in a car. The actor claims he never touched Jabari other than to hoist her back into the car after their fight spilled out onto the street. Though prosecutors recently clarified that they would decline to prosecute Jabari, having already decided that their thorough investigation into the evidence supported a case against Majors. The NYPD charged her with misdemeanor assault and criminal mischief per the New York Times. She was released with a death ticket summoning her back to court at a later date. Jabari's lawyer, Brad Edwards, previously told the Times that there was no reason to arrest his client and that he has seen nothing reliable indicating that any agency has developed a different opinion. Um, in, uh, in their October filing, prosecutors claimed that they weren't informed about crucial developments around an NYPD arrest warrant for Jabari, citing a breakdown in communication. The filing also claims the defense had provided the NYPD with a photo of Jabari for a wanted flyer. After the news of the arrest broke, two people working in, hang on. Yeah, two people working in the entertainment and theater industries tweeted their concerns about Majors, alluding to stories they had heard about his alleged behavior. It's a shame it took this long for him to be reported. Wrote one. Some fans rushed to Major's defense online, saying he was being unfairly targeted as a black man. While others are while others were predominantly concerned with the future of the Marvel franchise he stars in. When Major's legal team released the purported messages from the woman involved in the arrest, some tabloids, like the New York Post, it said the text appeared to prove innocence. Under more careful headlines, domestic violence reports noted that it's common for abusers to manipulate survivors into thinking they themselves are to blame for the violence. On X, formerly known as Twitter, the text didn't have the effect made affect Major's defense um was looking for the defense was looking for either. I told him it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. Isn't the flex Jonathan Majors and his lawyers think it is? Read one viral tweet. Um, Leigh Goodmark, a law professor and gender-based violence report expert, warns against drawing conclusions against on these messages alone. You could read these a number of different ways. She told the cut, I don't think they definitely exonerate him or show her being controlled. I think it's possible the truth is somewhere in the complicated middle. Most recently, Majors has been widely mocked online after TMZ reported that he broke up a fight between two teenage girls outside a Los Angeles high school. Some said the incident stunk of a PR stunt, while others mocked the actor's oversized cap. Majors has allegedly been physically and emotionally abusive to multiple former romantic partners. Rolling Stone reported in June. The magazine cites more than a dozen sources who claim that the Creed 3 actor strangled an ex-girlfriend and emotionally abused her and another ex. Though it does not include firsthand accounts from the women themselves. It was pervasively known that he was a good actor and that he also would terrorize the people that he had dated. One person told the magazine. Um, Um, yeah, wait. What was I? Yes. So it was pervasively known that he was a yeah, I read. It was pervasively known that he was a good actor and that he also would terrorize the people that he dated. One person told the magazine. An attorney for Majors denied the allegations in the report. Two sources told the magazine that the woman Majors allegedly strangled had developed an exit plan and tried to leave Majors multiple times. A second woman described her relationship with Majors as emotional torture. Non people familiar with the situation told Rolling Stone, although the sources said Majors was not physically abusive in that relationship, they described moments of near violence in which the actor would talk about needing to hit something or punch a wall. Others told the magazine that Majors was controlling and jealous in the relationship and wanted to be in charge of everything from what they ate to who the partner could interact with. Major's defense team also provided Rolling Stone with six character witness statements from women who dated or knew the actor well. When the magazine reached out to these women, however, three said they never signed off on the statements, and a fourth said the words attributed to her were pre written, not truthful, and that she had never approved of its release. Um, the report also detailed aggressive behavior on Major's part di- during his time at Yale Drama School and on various sets. No one is surprised that this is coming out. One person told Rolling Stone it always felt like it was a matter of time because his behavior never changed. He's kind he's kind of a bad dude and now it's just catching up with him. Majors rode a rocket ship to fame after his starring role in the 2019 indie film The Last Black Man in San Francisco. Kang the Conqueror, his villainous character from Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, is set to become a fixture of the Marvel franchise and the focus of a new Avengers movie in 2025. He also received critical acclaim for his performance in magazine Dreams, which premiered at Sundance and will appear on the big screens this December. To date, Marvel has not commented on Major's domestic violence case. According to Deadline, there's been zero conversations in the Marvel camp to drop Majors from the MCU, but there has been some professional fallout. Majors was dropped by his talent agency, Entertainment 360, and by his PR firm. He and luxury brand Valentino mutually agreed that he would not attend the Met Gala, according to Deadline, which also reported that Majors has been mixed from an adaptation of the Walter Mosley novel The Man in My Basement, and is no longer in the running for an Otis Redding biopic. Um, yeah, this is tough, man. This is very tough, though, man. Um, I got no other, I got no further opinions on this, but other than the fact that the woman is a liar. Um, and another Jonathan Major news from People. Jonathan Major stopped an intense brawl between two high school students on Monday afternoon, and that took place it's 2 months ago actually. So um the incident, captured in a video obtained by TMZ, occurred outside of Hollywood High School as Majors, age 34, was grabbing lunch at an In-N-Out located across the street, per the outlet. In the video, two female students appeared to be attacking each other before Majors steps between them and keeps them apart. The Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania actor spoke to TMZ cameras later that day, per the outlet, and said his message to the students following the incident was to stay cool. When asked if he was just trying to be a helpful guy, he responded, "Yeah," and confirmed that he did not know the two individuals involved. Um, the video comes days after Major's criminal trial stemming from misdemeanor assault and harassment charges was delayed for a second time. The Marvel star appeared virtually before Judge Rachel S. Pauley in Manhattan Criminal Court on Wednesday, where it was determined that a new trial date for Majors would be set on Friday. According to Deadline, the decision was made after attorneys for Majors stated that the two sides needed to further address deficiencies in the discovery process. Majors was arrested in March following an alleged domestic dispute with a 30-year-old female. Um, At the time of his arrest, NYPD said in a statement to People that a preliminary investigation determined that a 33-year-old, actually he's 34 now. Yeah, 33-year-old male was involved in a domestic dispute with a 30-year-old female. They added in their statement that the victim informed police she was assaulted. Officers placed the 33 or 34-year-old male into custody without incident. The statement continued, the victim sustained minor injuries to her head and neck and was removed. And was hold on. Hold on. And was removed to an area hospital in stable condition. Um in response to the allegations, a rep for Majors told People he has done nothing wrong. We look forward to clearing his name and clearing this up. If you are experiencing domestic violence, call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233. That's 1-800-799-7233, or go to thehotline.org. All calls are toll free and confidential. The hotline is available 24/7 in more than 170 languages. Okay. All right, let's go to something lighter, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to something lighter. Um let's go to something lighter, man. You know what I'm saying? So something lighter. Okay, so um all right. So Mase, let's get into Mace's story here. Um All right, so according to hotnewhiphop.com, Mace weighed in on the unfolding situation Dwight Howard um, situation on the most recent episode of It Is What It Is podcast. Um, in a bizarre monologue, Mace focused more on the fact that Howard admitted to a threesome with another man than anything else. We gotta stop saying it doesn't matter what happens behind closed doors, because it doesn't matter. People wouldn't be talking about it if it didn't matter. There's a reason that 30 teams didn't sign Dwight Howard, the rapper argued. At no point in the monologue does Mace refer to the accusations being made against Howard. Dwight Howard has formally denied sexually assaulting model Stephen Harper. However, um, he did not deny inviting Harper to his home for a threesome, which allegedly involved an individual named Kitty. Damn. Oh shit. Damn, man. Oh shit. Sorry about that. I had to actually make a pit stop to the bathroom, so I do apologize for putting this on mute. So yeah, there you have it right there. Um, where were we? Yes. Based on the accounts given by Howard and Harper, it is unclear if Kitty is a transgender individual or simply a cross dresser. Furthermore, Harper alleges that he was forced to perform sexual acts on Howard, that Howard performed non-consensual acts on him after he objected to participating in the account. Howard has been sued by Harper, but has not been formally charged with the crime. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is wow. Wow. However, it's not the first time that Mase has addressed the Dwight Howard allegations. Back in August, he and Cameron appeared to imply that Dwight Howard's sexuality um was more of a concern than the sexual assault allegations against him. In the episode, Cameron claimed that days before the assault allegations were made public, Howard's team reached out. Their intention was apparently to secure an appearance for Howard. Cameron then proceeded to ask his co-host how he would react, in particular, given the revelations, how he would react if he was on a team and playing with Howard. I don't want to say it because we're on the air, but I would probably want Howard to have his own space, Mace argued. The comment implied that he would want Howard segregated from the team due to his attraction to men. Cameron appears to agree with Mace, bringing up a video where Odell Beckham Jr. appears to appreciate his teammates' asses. But don't worry, Cameron later clarifies that he's not homophobic because he got gay relatives. However, what's most telling is that during this entire clip, no one actually brings up the allegations Howard has been hit with. The entire conversation is done through the lens of Howard's sexuality, not the heinous acts he has been accused of commenting. All right, so let's get into some music stuff right here, man. Um, let's get into some music stuff right here, man. And this is let's see. All right, so let's get into let's get into Lucky Day. Hold on one second, folks. According to according to Hypebeast, according to Hypebeast, R&B's Lucky Day has returned with a new single, That's You. The track arrives as his first release of the year following his third studio album, Candy Drip, and his deluxe edition, both of which dropped in 2022. For the single, Day linked up with another force in the R&B space, Bruno Mars. Rather than appearing on the song, however, Mars served as its co-writer and producer. End quote. I sang my heart out on That's You. I felt like I was on the moon, Day said. I want people to think about that one person they just can't be without when they listen. Hopefully that person is a good person. That's You was accompanied by an official music video directed by Nick Walker. Set in New Orleans, the visual sees Day go on a journey of finding sacrifices for the siren woman who holds his heart. And you can stream Lucky Days, That's You, and watch the music video on YouTube. All right, so I'm gonna yes, this should have been a music Kool-Aid moment actually. Yeah, this should have been a music Kool-Aid moment. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, so yes, Lucky Day is the first thing for a music Kool-Aid segment right there. I forgot to put that in there. All right, so let's get into Rap 2023 to 24 top 50 songs of November. Um Now before I get into that though, man, let's get into 13 best new hip hop songs this week. Um okay, and this is according to Double XL. Um doublexlmag.com. Um Week in and week out, there are plenty of brand new rap songs. No matter the time of year, it can really, it can be really difficult to stay aware of what's out and also what's hot. So Double XL decided to make things much easier for you. Instead of sorting out nearly everything that released this week, when we've narrowed it down to strictly the best of the week, saving you plenty of time. Expect to see selections from the established stars, the next wave of new talent, the and comers, and everyone else in between. If your song is fire enough to beat the competition, it'll take one of the weekly spots. You can trust us on this one. Follow our lead, and you'll never get laughed off the UX chord again. Your friends will finally trust you with playlists. It'll be wonderful. In addition to that, you can check back every week for the latest and greatest tracks. You'll always have somewhere to turn to each week, being sure to find some songs you'll dig. Yes, starting with stories about my brother by Drake. Um, Oprah and Gail by Lil Wayne and Two Chainz featuring Benny the Butcher. Andre 3000. Oh boy. Um, I swear I really wanted to make a rap album, but this is literally the way the wind blew me this time. I'm gonna do a full breakdown on Andre 3000, not just his new album with flutes, but also he explained in the interview why he is basically too old to be rapping. So I'm not gonna explain it here. So anyway, um, so Spin That Back by 42 Doug. We have J Rock. We have Still That Way by J Rock featuring Bongo by The Way. And Free Juju by Mozzie. We have Bet by Tana, Blick by Scar Lip, um Whatever You Wit by Little Dirks, Only the Family, Cold Killer and Desky, excuse me. Um Celibate by Danny Brown featuring Mike. Handouts by Rich Amiri. Okay Bet Part 2 by Lou Lud Tyler featuring Skilla Baby. Um O2 Lakers by Big and The Plug featuring Rosama. All right, let's go to hip hop artists that went diamond, aka platinum. Um, yes, and this is also from XXLMag.com. Having a diamond certified record for selling at least 10 million units is one of the superstar. In hip hop, only a select number of rappers so have achieved such accolades. Excuse me. The most recent member of the exclusive club is 50 Cent, whose smash single In the Club went diamond in November of 2023, landing the Queen's MC among less than 30 other rappers. Excuse me. 50's close friend Eminem, the late Tupac Shakur, and Drake have all reached diamond status at least a couple of times. Um, Not long after Drake dropped the video for God's Plan in 2018, he said it was one of the most important things he's ever done. 1 year later, the Grammy Award winning lead single from Scorpion helped the megastar earn his first diamond plaque from the Recording Industry Association of America. Not only did God's Plan top the Billboard Hot 100, yes, Billboard Hot 100 for more than 11 weeks. But as of 2023, Drizzy's hit has officially been certified 16 times platinum. Slim Shady, one of the highest selling and all around most successful hip hop artists ever, has crafted a number of albums and singles that have sold in excess of 10 million copies. He's earned diamond plaques for the Rihanna assisted Love the Way You Lie, 2010's Not Afraid, and his classic anthem from the 8 Mile soundtrack, Lose Yourself, as well as the albums The Eminem Show and The Marshall Matters LP. As a result of collaborations with pop stars like Justin Bieber, Robin Thicke, and Katy Perry, sudden legends like Ludacris, T.I., and Juicy J have also landed spots in the Diamond Club. Um, Music, most streamed genre has produced several diamond selling acts, including Outkast, Beastie Boys, the Black Eyed Peas, and others. So starting with the Beastie Boys. What is it? Licensed, yeah, licensed to ill, or kill. I don't know how you reference this, but by the Beastie Boys. Anyway, um, yes, God's Plan by Drake. 11 million units, certified units. 10 million, 10 million units certified. Um, the Eminem Show by Eminem. 12 million, 12 million certified units. Um, also, um, the Marshall Matters LP by Eminem certified units 11 million. Um, Lose Yourself by Eminem certified units 13 million. Um, Eminem Not Afraid certified units 11 million. Also, Eminem Love the Way You Lie certified units 13 million. Juicy J on Katy Perry's Dark Horse certified units 11 million. And Ludacris on Justin Bieber's Baby certified 12 units. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis Thrift Shop featuring Wands certified units 10 million. MC Hammer, Please Hammer, Don't Hurt 'em certified units 10 million. Nelly Country Grammar certified units 10 million. And we have what the hell? No, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, so Outcast Speaker Box, The Love Below certified units 11 million. Notorious B.I.G., aka Biggie Smalls, Life After Death certified units 11 million. The Weekend, The Hills certified units 11 million. T.I. on Thick's Blurred Lines featuring Pharrell Williams certified 10 certified units 10 million. Tupac, late great Tupac. Hold on. Late great Tupac, All Eyes on Me, certified units 10 million. And of course, Greatest Hits by Tupac, certified units 10 million. And Wiz Khalifa, See You Again, featuring Charlie Puth, certified units 11 million. Post Malone and Sway Lee. Post Malone and Sway Lee. Sunflower certified units 17 million. Post Malone, Congratulations, featuring Quavo. Certified units 11 units. And Post Malone, White Inversion. Post Malone, Psycho, featuring Ty Dolla $ign, certified units 10 million. Lil Nas X, Old Town Road, featuring Billy Ray Cyrus, certified units 16 million. French Montana, Unforgettable, featuring Sway Lee, certified units 10 million. Little Uzi Vert, EXO Tour Life, certified units 11 million. 50 Cent in the club, certified units 10 million. All right. Let's see. Let's see if we have anything else to talk about here before I even get up. Oh, wait. Let's get to rap 2023 to 2024. Let's get to that. And this is from Chartex. Hold on a second. Wait. So we have number 1, Doja Cat, Paint the Town Red. Lil Durk, On My Life. Ice Spice, Deli, Tiger, YG, Lil Wayne, Brand New. Lotto put it on the floor again, featuring Cardi B, T-Pain, and Snoop Dogg. That's How We Ballin'. Cardi B, Bongos, featuring Megan Thee Stallion. Money Man, Make Up Your Mind. Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice, Barbie World with Aqua. Paul The Mixie Secrets, Jid Surround Sound featuring 21 Savage and Baby Tate. Gunna, Fuck You Mean, Rilo Rodriguez, Thang For You featuring No Cap, Glorilla, Cardi B Tomorrow 2 video. Young Nudie. What kind of shitty ass name is that? Oh shit. Oh, Peaches and Eggplants featuring 21 Savage. Oh shit. Little Baby, California Breeze. That Mexican OT. Johnny Dang featuring Paul Wall and Drody. Rod Wave, Street Runner. Future, Wait For You featuring Drake and Thames. Kodak Black, Super Gremlin. 6ix9ine Shakalaka, featuring Kodak Black and Yalin La Mas. Viral. Metro Boomin and Future Superhero. Heroes and Villains. Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj, Princess Diana. Metro Boomin, Don Toliver, Future, Too Many Nights. Young Boy Never Broke Again. Bitch, Let's Do It. Little Mabu and Christian Rock. Mr. Take Your Bitch. Rod Wave, Great Gatsby. Drake, I Don't Give a Fuck, featuring Yeet. Rick Ross, Meat Mill, Shaq and Kobe. Quavo and Future, Turn Your Click Up. Rod Wave, Checkmate. Travis Scott, I Know. Rod Wave, Call Your Friends. Little Mabu, Mathematical Disrespect. Rob 49, Skilla Baby, and Tay B, Mama. Quavo and Takeoff, Hotel Lobby. Metro Boomin, Travis Scott, Young Thug, Trance, Visualizer. Nardo Wick, Who Wants Smoke, featuring Lil Durk, 21 Savage, and G Herbo. Drake, Jimmy Cooks, featuring 21 Savage. Finesse 2 Times, Back End. Sexy Red, Ski Yee. Sleepy Hollow, 2055. Little Wayne, no, excuse me, Little Baby, In a Minute, Sweetie, Best Friend featuring Doja Cat. Kevin Gates, Super General. Drake and 21 Savage, Spin About You. Travis Scott, Fiend. Ray Shrummer, Not So Sad. No, excuse me, Not So Bad. Lean's Gone Cold. DJ Khaled, Every Chance I Get, featuring Little Baby and Little Durk, and Suicide Boys, 1000 Blunts. Okay. Okay, I promised y'all that I was gonna do some Thanksgiving announcements, and I'm going to do that right away. So hold on a second. Um hold on a second here. Hold on a second here. Okay. I'm gonna set this up and we're gonna go into um all right, we have a Thanksgiving parade that's going on tomorrow, and I am going to actually break this down on what's going down alongside with the balloons and a segment that I like to call remains to be seen. But first, let this plane pass.
Remains to be seen, kids. Get it? Remains to be seen.
All right. So because the Thanksgiving parade is going on in Manhattan, I got some details and where you can watch. So so here it is. I'm going to actually break this down. So I told y'all I got your back on this. Y'all looking for some fun activities to do, so I got y'all. So let me see. Yes, so Thanksgiving Day by Macy's. All right, so here's some things you need to know. The annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is set to return next week, which is tomorrow actually. So, um, with dozens of new floats and world-class performances to kick off the holiday, I'll talk about the balloons next. In its 97th year, the Macy's Parade will begin its march through Manhattan at 8:30 a.m. on November 23rd, beginning with the procession of fan favorite parade floats at West 77th Street and Central Park West. The festivities will then travel down to Columbus Circle and over 60th Avenue before ending in Harrow Square at 34th Street and 7th Avenue. Spectators can look forward to their favorite parade float figures like the 55 feet tall effigies of Snoopy and the Pillsbury Doughboy rising above the city streets, along with some newer balloons that are sure to capture the hearts and minds of young New Yorkers. Hold on one second here. Yeah, in addition to the floats, this year's parade will feature performances from Cher, John Baptiste, Chicago, and many more. Here's what you need to know for the festivities, the Thanksgiving Day parade time. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade will kick off at 8:30 a.m. on November 24th, Thanksgiving Day. Parade route, um, parade route locations. If you're planning to go see the parade and stuff, here are the locations where you can watch face to face. Starting with West 77th Street and Central Park West. From Central Park West, parade marches south down Central Park West for 18 blocks to Columbus Circle. From Columbus Circle, parade turns onto Central Park South and heads east to 6th Avenue. From Central Park South and 6th Avenue, parade turns onto 6th Avenue and heads south to 34th Street. 6th Avenue parade marches south down 6th Avenue 425 blocks to 34th Street. 34th Street Parade turns west onto 34th Street to 7th Avenue. Ending point is the Macy's Herald Square at 34th Street and 7th Avenue. You can also watch this from home. The festivities will be broadcast on NBC as well as on the Peacock streaming app. So, who is performing, you ask? So, the day will include performances from Cher, John Baptiste, Belle Biv DeVoe, which, by the way, they have in Vegas. They have a Las Vegas residency going down in 2024, which I will talk about in a near future episode. Brandy is included, who also has a Christmas album that's coming out real soon. So be on the lookout for that. Chicago and Vogue and Hyphen, David Foster and Catherine McPhee, Drew Holcomb, and the Neighbors, Jesse James Decker, Ashley Park with the cast and Muppets of Sesame Street, Pentatonics, Paul Russell, Amanda Shaw, and Alex Smith, Manuel Turizo, the Big Apple Circus, Cornell Bangra, Tiptoes Winter Guard, the world famous Harlem Globetrotters, Maria Verdeja School of Arts dancers, Maria Verdeja School of Arts dancers, St. John's Dance, the Tap Dancing Christmas Trees, Spirit of America Dance, and Spirit of America Cheer. Now we go to the balloons that's gonna be there. I want to actually get into that actually. So let me just find it. But first, hold on a second here. Okay, I want to talk about the balloons that's going to be at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade tomorrow. In case y'all plan to go out there in any of those locations that I just mentioned. So I'm going to actually get into I'm going to get into that right now. So all right, so this is from ftw.usatoday.com. This is going to be a list of balloons that's going to be there. So listen to this. All right, so happy Thanksgiving, friends. On Thursday, you'll get to see the 97th edition of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City with all kinds of performances to enjoy, which I just talked about. We'll all get to marvel at the giant balloons and intricate floats, and every year some new ones are added to the mix. If you are sitting down to watch the 2023 parade or attending in person, you'll see some new giant blow up balloons added to the mix, from some pop culture favorites to some adorable creatures you and your kids will smile at. Let's run through the balloons you'll see this year. Number one, Uncle Dan. Uncle Dan balloon floats in the air during Macy's Balloon Fest 2023 at Meadowlands Sports Complex on which took place on November 4th in East Rutherford, New Jersey. I'm not going to really get into the details. So, number two, Beagle Scout Snoopy. Number three, Blue Cat and Chugs. Not sure who they are, but I'm not sure who they are though, man. But you can look it up for yourselves, folks. Number 4, Kung Fu Panda's Po. Number 5, Monkey D Luffy from One Piece. Number 6, the Pillsbury Doughboy. Number 7, Leo, which is based on Adam Sandler's animated movie that's coming out real soon. So let's see if there's any more balloons. Let's see. There's gotta be some more balloons that's gonna be there too. Um, yeah, there's gotta be some more balloons that's gonna be there too. So let me look up some more. Let's look up some more stuff actually. Um, okay. Let me see. What are some other new balloons that's gonna be there? Let's find out some more, man. Let's see. I know it's gonna be more than 7 balloons is gonna be there, so I want to make sure that I get all of it. Um, all right, hold up a sec. Don't know what's going on with this thing right here. Um, okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second here. Okay, balloons. Okay, list of balloons and floats for the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade 2023. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna have some lists. It's gotta be a list though, man. Uh, oh, you know, there's another way. There's another channel you can watch the Thanksgiving parade, which is on CBS as well. All right, so um, damn, I want to actually. I'm trying to look for the balloons and shit, man. Like, how many balloons is gonna be there? Like, you know, it's very hard to tell how many floats and balloons is gonna be there. So it's like, wait a second, hold on. Yeah, so it's 30 floats and 25 yeah, hold on a sec. So there's more parade balloons that I want to actually mention here. So starting with Beagle Scout Snoopy, Blue Cat and Chugs, and Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece. The Snoopy balloon, measuring in at 5 stories tall, celebrates the 50th anniversary. The Beagle Scouts and includes Woodstock perched on Snoopy's hat. Meanwhile, comic book characters Blue Cat and Chugs are making their parade debut in a very 2023 fashion. Cool Cats is the first. Cool Cats is the first. Um, It's the first ever NFT character turned into a parade balloon. Also, look out for Monkey D. Luffy, the fearless leader of the Straw Hat crew from the acclaimed One Piece animated series. Um, Dale joined character balloons from Paw Patrol, SpongeBob, Pokemon, and The Mandalorian, including Pikachu and Eve, astronaut Snoopy, excuse me, Goku from Dragon Balls and Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT, Paw Patrol, and others. Um, there are also six balloonicos, excuse me, balloonicos. Oh shit. Hybrid balloon vehicles that roll along the route featuring baby dinos, Bulldog, Go Bowling, Mouse King, Tough Guy, and the Nutcracker. Other visual treats includes 25 floats, marching bands, and performers. Wow. Um, yes. Yes. Okay, so there is all right. So the floats. Let's get to the floats. So hold on. All right. On to the floats. Some of this year's 25 floats include 123 Sesame Street, McDonald's Big Red Shoe Car, Celebration Gator, Elf Pets, Magic Meets the Sea, Baby Shark. Huh, another annoying song. Um, The Wonder Ship, Jeffrey's Dazzling Dance Party, and the iconic Tom Turkey. Oh wow. Oh shit. This is so funny, man. All right, so balloons over the you know, and I think that's it, man, for the balloons and floats that's gonna be there. If I missed out on any floats, um, yeah, if you want to know more floats and stuff, you can watch it on NBC and you can also watch it on CBS as well. And also, of course, obviously, since tomorrow's Thanksgiving, of course, some people usually watch football, right? There's going to be a football game on Fox. So, of course, check your local listings and all that other great stuff right there. Um, yes. And I think we will wrap up. We're gonna wrap up right here, man. We are going to wrap up right here, man. You know what I'm saying? 1 second here. Yes, we're gonna wrap this episode up in a bow and everything else in between. So, our last segment of the night will be. Let me find. Yes, so yes, our last segment of the night will be stream choices on the go. All right. Yes, stream choices on the go, man. Let's do it. Make sure you follow this podcast, my New York Avenue podcast, especially not only on Facebook but also on Threads, off the Meet Red Chainz NY podcast. Make sure you do the same with Instagram, alongside with my other podcast shows that's also on Threads and Instagram as well, which includes Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, Meticulous Values podcast as well, and hold on. All right. All right. Also, you can also follow me on the gram as well as my number one show, um, off the Meet Red Chains New York Avenue podcast. That's off the Meet Red Chains NY podcast. And myself, G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. Turn on your notifications so you can know when each episode is going to be posted, especially with the Instagram live feeds and stuff with the full episodes and everything else in between. You're more than welcome to watch any of the episodes that I recorded on Instagram live. And also, be sure to go to my link tree alongside with my link tree that has G Money Stacks 555. All right. You're gonna see a whole list of all the streaming platforms. So make sure you subscribe to all the streaming platforms and download these stream platforms onto your phones, which includes um I the iPhones, Android phones. You have laptops, which include not laptops, but you also have, you know, iPads, Android tablets, alongside with iPads and Android tablets. Make sure you download it. You also have laptops, which includes um Apple, Mac, and Dell laptops. All right. So starting with Odyssey, we have Audible, Audioburst, Amazon Music, Breaker, Bullhorn FM, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podhound, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Podcast Guru, Podvine, Snip, Spotify for podcasters, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, the number one app where you can listen to music, radio, and podcasts for free. You don't need a debit card or credit card to download iHeartRadio or any of the apps that I just mentioned. All right, so make sure you follow and subscribe on iHeartRadio alongside with my other podcast shows that's on there, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, Sports Edition show, Meticulous Values podcast, my review show platform, and alongside with Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York Avenue podcast. And also do the same with YouTube. Make sure you grab the subscribe button on the YouTube channel page. Yes. Yes, the YouTube channel page, man. Yes, the YouTube channel page and all the stuff right there so you don't miss a beat. Hang on. Yes, be sure to subscribe. Make sure you grab the subscribe button for me on the YouTube channel page of G Money Stacks 555 for more live video episodes. And also do the same with my other YouTube channel pages, the sports channel page of Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast and Meticulous Values podcast, and also click on the noti bell, which is the notification bell, and along with alerts so you can be notified on when each episode podcast recording is going to be starting, alongside with the date, the 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 month, the time, and the year going on the air via live stream. Of course, stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, including the new ones and previous episodes. In case you miss any of the episodes, you're more than welcome to listen, stream, watch these episodes, download the episodes. Not only you could do that, but you could also add the podcast to your playlist, which includes Spotify for podcasters. There's Spotify, there's Odyssey, audio, there's Odyssey, there's Audible, there's Breaker, Castbox FM, there's Deezer, there's Snipped, there's Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podcast Index, Podopolo, Podorama, and there's also Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and of course YouTube and other streaming platforms wherever you get your podcasts. All right. All right. So be sure to download. Be sure to download the episodes. Be sure to share the episodes, share the videos, tell a friend to another friend. Yes, tell a friend to another friend. Also, spread the word so you don't miss out on anything. Spread the word to spread the word. Word of mouth is important to, and alongside with sharing the link, my link tree, alongside with the podcast that says Linktree/G Money Stacks 555 with your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, girlfriends, people you're cool with from work and everywhere else where you meet new people. All right. So that's gonna wrap it up here. That's gonna do it. I'm your man G Money Stacks, aka the Greginator. Thank you so much for oh wait. I forgot to address I forgot to address the mojitos. So let me address that before I go out of before I get up out of here. Let me address that right there, man. I forgot about that. I forgot about that though. One moment. I forgot to address that right there. Um yeah, I forgot to address that. Let me do that real quick. let me do that real quick actually. So where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Um yes, so so this year was National Mojito Day. So I'm pretty sure y'all heard of mojitos. So National Mojito Day on July 11th deserves a drink. So let's toast. What more do you need on a hot summer day than to cool off with this classy, this classic minty cocktail? The mojito ranks among the nation's favorite cocktails and is traditionally made with wine, white rum, lime juice, sugar, mint, and sparkling water. It's a cocktail that is enjoyed for its fresh and unique taste. And although the recipe has been revamped many times over with herbs and fruits, and the classic is still the most adored. So there's only left, one thing left to do. Fill up your glass, put your feet up, and enjoy a mojito or two. We won't judge in the sun. All right. So the history behind National Mojito Day. The mojito is a Cuban creation dating back to 1586. Um, an old tale claims that Sir Franks Drake, um, seeking out a cure for scurvy and dysentery, after his invasion of Cartagena de Indias on his way to Cuba. He returned with a solution, the mojito. It included um, aguardiente, aguardiente, um, aguardiente, which is a distilled South American liquor, mint and sugarcane. The usual concoction went down a treat with his crew, and many reported reduced symptoms. That mojito was said to be created on La um, Bold Bogota del Medio, an island in Cuba with a bar that the owners still to this day claim that was the birthplace of the mojito. In 1931, a Sloppy Joe's Havana bar gave away a cocktail menu, and listed on it was a pair of mojitos, one with gin, one with rum. The recipe was then published in the Floridita cocktail book in 1939. Since then, the drink has grown in popularity. The drink's rise in popularity in the early 20th century is partly attributed to the author Ernest Hemingway. It was rumored to be his favorite drink. The mojito is a drink that has become synonymous with summer. Its fresh taste and cool temperature mixes perfectly with a hot summer's day. A survey in 2016 found that the mojito was the most popular cocktail in both France. Sorry. Yes, both France and Britain. Um, yes, so National Mojito Day timeline 1500s, the Drax remix. Francis Drake mixes lime, sugar, and mint and calls it El Drake as a medicinal mixture. 1800s Havana Unana. The mojito is popular in Cuba, and the drink becomes refined over the next hundred years. Um, oh brother. All right, 1930s. The likes of Brigitte Bardot, as well as other celebrities, admit their love for the drink. 2002, the names Bond Pierce Brosnan drinks a mojito and die another day, polarizing the drink. Let's see. Sam Cristo, thank you for looking at this. Appreciate you. And all right, so make it number one, make your own mojito. Follow the original recipe or be creative and add other ingredients according to your mood. For the classic, put together lime juice, rum, sugar, syrup, soda, and mint. Add some crushed ice and stir. Put it in a particular pitcher and share it with your guests. Create your own mojito ice cream. Mmm, that shit is interesting. Blend some condensed milk and whipped cream, and voila. These two ingredients will freeze without needing an ice cream maker. Then later add 150 milliliter of rum 4 times and fresh mint leaves. Try mojito cupcakes. Try making mojito cupcakes using recipes online. A popular approach is to celebrate a lime flavored cupcake with a mint lime syrup covered in rum and lime buttercream. This will impress even the most skeptical guests. Um, and let's see. 7/24/7 Mojito National Mojito Day also falls on 7/11 Day too. Cuban in London, Cubana in Waterloo, London is the home of highly recommended mojitos and Cuban food. Birth tattoo, my mojito in La Bogota. My day query in El Floridita is engraved at the drink's birthplace in Cuba. Prime of lime. It was discovered that lime juice by itself would have cured the scurvy, but people believe that it was the cocktail that did the trick. Hemingway's Havana. Uh, Ernest Hemingway lived in a villa in Havana for years, which is where the rumor of his love for mojito comes from. Why do we love National Mojito Day, you ask? Mojitos mean celebrate. In the summer months, mojito means celebration, whether that be celebrating the summer, a family occasion, a birthday, or just a barbecue. The it's the perfect drink for an outdoor party or gathering. Mojitos mean summer. Mojitos are so synonymous with the summer that if you are drinking one, then you know the weather is good and it's time to relax and enjoy yourself. So the recipes, the rich recipes. Um, the recipes are endless from pineapple ginger mojitos to lychee basil, and peach. The choice is never ending. Create your own concoction and share it with your friends. So, next year, July 11th, 2024 is a Thursday. 2025, same date is a Friday. Um, 2026, same date, Saturday. 2027, Sunday, same date, and 2028, Tuesday, same date. Okay, I'm really come on, man. I'm really trying to get up out of here. Um, sorry. All right, I'm really trying to get up out of here. So, all right. So I do apologize for that one right there. Listen, um, if you missed any of the locations for the Thanksgiving parade, um, in Manhattan, you can listen to this episode right here. And you can also watch it on NBC. And I just found out that you can watch it on CBS as well. And also, if there's a football game tomorrow on Fox, check your local listings and everything else in between. And of course, if you missed out on some fun activities to do, of course, I'll do that in the next episode. You can go to timeout.com That's www.timeout.com. And of course, for those in the New York areas, that's www.amny.com/things to do for the weekend. All right. So, and and also, like I said, don't forget to listen and stream, and watch these episodes on every streaming platform that I just mentioned, including Odyssey, Audible, of course, Breaker, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, of course, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podfriend, alongside with Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and of course YouTube and other streaming platforms wherever you get your podcasts. All right. I'm going to get up out of here. Thank you so much for listening to episode 307 titled Mojitos. Good thing I kept track of that. So I'm up out of here. I hope y'all enjoy your Thanksgiving with your families and stuff. And I hope y'all are being careful while you are flying and driving. I'm sorry about the planes, man. I'm sorry about that. I'm really trying to get up out of here. Yeah, I'm sorry about the planes, folks. This has just been challenging for me, actually. So, all right, all right. Have a nice Thanksgiving with your families. Be careful out there, especially if you are flying or driving to your destinations and stuff. It's best to leave early in the morning. All right, so you can beat the traffic. And of course, if you're bringing any foods like casseroles and stuff, you can bring that too. Also, if you have any cans and stuff like that, you have to check that in. You have to do a check-in. So because it's not gonna you have to do a check-in because they won't allow you to carry it on a plane. And if you're driving, that's a whole different story. You should be good on that one. All right, peace out. One love. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your night. Good night, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving in advance. Good night, everybody.